All right, guys, welcome into another segment. Like we've kind of said a couple times now, we're breaking it up. We're trying to give you guys a little bit more space, shorten these episodes up a little bit so you can kind of get right to the topic you want to listen to for the week.
Right.
If you want to listen to our whole thing, we appreciate that too, but we're trying to give you a little bit more option.
For all those impatient people out there, we understand.
Right. So, one of my insiders that I get a lot of information from, he's my Dolphins insider, our buddy Chris. He's really in tune with what the Dolphins are doing. He keeps on track of that stuff. Reached out to me. Yeah, he really loves his Dolphins. He reached out to me and said, "Hey man, you should do a story on Demarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis being now on the same team together."
Which has nothing to do with the Dolphins, but it was
nothing to do with the Dolphins, but he likes the NBA and he wanted to hear it. And I was like, you know what? That makes a great segment. So I was sitting there and I was like, all right. And I've now titled the segment Boogie in the Brow. And I think that should be trademarked. If it's not, I want it.
Yes, right.
So
you can get a comic book. I mean, you can do the superheroes.
So any of you out there who know anything about that, comment down below and let us kind of let's get that rolling. 50-50. Let's get that rolling. I'm not giving anybody 50-50. You can get 5%. 5%.
No, you get 50-50. I get 50-50. They get 50-50. It works.
That doesn't work. I don't think that works.
We all get 50-50.
So basically, the Pelicans traded their entire team to the Kings for Demarcus Cousins.
Right.
There's now a trio of Jrue Holiday, Anthony Davis, and Demarcus Cousins in
They have their own big three. And
New Orleans.
Two are bigger than the other one.
Right. So how do you feel? Do you feel like that was a win for the Pelicans or a win for the Kings?
I'm going to say win for the Kings as of right now. So far, it's been a couple weeks since that deal went down. I haven't seen too much, super splash. I see either, there was one game recently on Anthony Davis' birthday where he had some monster game. He had 45 points, 24 rebounds, and then Demarcus Cousins, who had a really quiet 11 points. And I'm like, well, if he scored, and they lost. And I'm like, well, if, he had scored 20, an average amount of points for some guy of his size, of his caliber, then they probably could have won that game, and they could have won a lot of the games like that. But it's been one guy's been on, one guy's been off. And so far, I haven't seen it where they've both been on, and it's been kind of...
So you're calling this a failed move by the Pelicans?
I'm calling it a tentative failure. It's a failure as of right now, but they have all next season to make it right. So for this season, it's not going to do any good.
All right. I like what you said tentative, because I kind of feel the same way, right? I'm not ready to call this a failure for the Pelicans, though. I'm not ready to call it a failure at all. I actually think they won the trade. Initially, when I saw what was going on, I said, "Oh my God, the Pelicans just gave up everything for one guy."
Right.
And then I kind of took a look at it and I said, this seems like a very Kings move to make, because the owner pushed for this trade because he thinks Buddy Hield is the next Steph Curry. That is straight from the owner of the Kings' mouth. He really believes that. So if you're a general manager and your owner says, "Hey, the next Steph Curry's on the team, I want him," you do what you gotta do to get him, right? It's either I'm gonna get fired or this is gonna happen. And man, I think the idea of Boogie and Anthony Davis being on the same team is really, really cool and really, really good, except for the fact that they have no shooters around them. Their best 2 3-point shooters happen to play power forward and center on that team.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm down low usually.
Right, that's the bottom line, is that when your 2 best 3-point shooters are your big men, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because someone's butt needs to be on that block.
And if there's ever a chance where neither of them are on the court at the same time, good luck scoring. Good luck.
Right.
So anybody else can score on that team.
I think this year, yes, it's going to be rough. There's not enough there. But come free agency, maybe they add a couple pieces. Maybe they make some trades. Maybe they do some things in the draft where they can add a shooter. Maybe they can add a guy. You know what? Honestly, if I were them at this point this year, I'd call Ray Allen and see if he'd come out of retirement.
I wouldn't do it this year just because, the fact that I don't think they're making the playoffs. So a couple games here and there is not going to,
right.
Why sign a guy now for 2 games?
I think they're 4 or 5 games out. But I don't know how much time is left in the season, so I guess
15 games.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's really not a lot.
No, well, that's why I don't think they're going to make it.
So maybe this offseason they look and they try to grab somebody. I don't know who's a free agent this year or anything like that. I haven't heard any huge names.
Biggest name I can think of is Blake Griffin. I know
Blake Griffin's a free agent. I think Paul George is too, but there's no way they're going to line up with Paul George. The salary cap's just not. Actually, I think the cap's going up though.
Cap's going up a little bit, not as much as I think.
And in this league at this point, I mean, you're not winning without three superstars now.
And I don't think anybody else besides the Lakers is getting Paul George. Like I think
you think he's a lockdown, like he's a Laker.
Oh yeah, I think he's. I mean, he said he didn't want to be traded to anybody with the Lakers. I don't think he's going to sign with anybody else but the Lakers. Unless the Pacers can make a move right now to make that team better, he's leaving to go to the Lakers.
I think the Pelicans need to start making moves with like teams like the Trailblazers. I think they need to go after like Allen Crabbe. I think they need to try to get guys like that. I think they need to go try to get guys like see what you can do and try to snag Devin Booker. Yeah. I mean, I know he's a hot commodity in Phoenix. He's really, really good.
Well, good luck trying to get him out of Phoenix.
But there could be, do what you have to do to put a team around that.
The other problem is they don't have any trade assets left.
Not anymore.
I mean, they traded all their best rotational players.
And that's basically the problem with what they did, is that when you give up that much, now you have no way of building around it anymore other than free agency in the draft. Now, do you see Boogie as more of a... Do you think he's hindering this team, though? Like he has this reputation as being a punk, and he's whatever, but he's 25 years old. He's filled to the brim with talent. I mean,
for sure. I mean, he's one of the most talented big men out there, but I just think, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen that. I mean, he got a technical foul. He got ejected from a game. He got suspended for a game already as a Pelican. So I don't know if that division between the coaching staff has happened yet. Do I think it has a chance of happening? Of course. I think that's kind of the mentality that he has.
I think the coaching is another issue. Alvin Gentry just isn't going to get it done for you.
No, and I mean, and that's a problem too. I mean, you said they have to build more. This team's not ready yet. So do you think they have the general manager, the coach, to make that happen?
Do you think Anthony Davis and Boogie are patient enough though to wait for that to happen?
No.
Like Anthony Davis, maybe he's a Pelican for life.
No, I mean, this move might have kept him as a Pelican for life because I had a real fear that he was going to leave, and not really a fear, but I had a real suspicion that he was going to leave the Pelicans. And I almost see this move as a crap. We're going to lose our face of our franchise if we don't do something. So they almost kind of not really panicked, but they're like, we have to do something big. We have to make some sort of big splash, or else we're going to lose Anthony Davis. And then who becomes the face of your franchise? Buddy Hield. Like he might be a good player. I mean, he might turn out to be something. Maybe obviously not Steph Curry because they're not the same player, but he's. I mean, I don't know. He's just not as franchisable as a guy with universal out there.
I really don't. I think honestly, I'm looking at the draft class. I'm looking how they're playing right now, and say what you will, call me a homer if you want, but I think Jaylen Brown has been absolutely 100% the best rookie out there.
He has some moments for sure.
I think he's going to be something in this league. I really do. I see him as a 20-point kind of guy, maybe more down the road.
I mean, there's been a lot of talk about they still might give the Rookie of the Year to Joel Embiid just because of the fact that he played so dominantly when he was on the court.
Yeah, but I mean, he only played 25 games. That's not really,
but he averaged 22 points a game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I mean, how can you even call him a rookie at this point? He's been in the league for 4 years.
True, that was my biggest problem. Is he's been in the league for I think 2 years, and this is his third. I think his first two were completely lost to injury. And this is his third.
Right, I mean, that's just...
But, some people call him a rookie. I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, he's younger than some of the rookies.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think you're right, though. I think this was a move to show Anthony Davis that we're trying here. We're trying to do something. I don't think they needed another big man down low, though. I don't think that was their problem. Their problem was they needed someone outside. If you were making a push for the playoffs this year,
get a small forward. I mean,
get a small forward. Jimmy Butler. Yeah, Jimmy Butler was on the market. Paul George was on the market. Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to build for the future and show some aggressiveness, the Celtics are looking for anybody. I mean, we were looking for trade partners.
Yeah, Grant. I mean, we would have a lot of assets for Anthony Davis, but
right. I mean, I'm just looking and I'm like, I think it's really cool.
It's good on paper, but.
But it's just now they have no perimeter shooting unless one of them steps out, and now you've defeated the purpose of having them both there.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, if like Demarcus like walks in the next couple of years, then your whole thing's pointless anyway because Anthony Davis will be like, well, our biggest guy that we traded for just walked. So guess what? You know what? I'm out of here too.
right.
And you're like, wow, we just traded our entire future for. Well, now we got nothing.
Now you have nothing, and that's just
because as they sit right now, do you think they're a title contender?
No. Like
no.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad to say, but they're in a kind of a crappy market for free agents.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No one wants to be a Pelican, and no one wants to be like.
Which is sad because they're
really
going to
nice superstar because I don't think another superstar wants to play third fiddle that hard.
Yeah.
Because Davis needs 20 shots a game. Boogie needs 20 shots a game. There's only so many shots to go around. You can't have 3 players hoisting 60 of your 80 shots.
Yeah.
That's way too much. So who are they going to get? Who's the superstar that would go down there?
Honestly, and I would just try to switch Jeff Teague for Chris Paul. I don't think Chris Paul needs to shoot. I think.
Well, Chris Paul's a Clipper.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think he might be a free agent too coming up. But.
Oh. Yeah, Chris Paul's already come out though and said that he's going to be a Clipper for life. I mean, he's going to do whatever.
I wouldn't play him. The guys, it's pretty much true to heart.
Yeah. So you're saying the Clippers should just let him go though and go with Jeff Teague instead? Someone can dish the rock.
I think make that happen, but I was talking about from a Pelican standpoint. Like Jeff Teague's he's a decent passer, but they need somebody who can try to get those guys in better spots. Who doesn't need 20 shots a game? Okay. Who's kind of that superstar?
I think you're twisting Jeff Teague and Jrue Holiday. Jeff Teague's on the Pacers.
That's what I meant. Yeah, Jrue Holiday.
No, I saw where you're going with that. Yeah, that's probably a good idea though too. And maybe that could that'd be tough to do because of Chris Paul's salary.
Right. Then especially because they're absorbing 2 huge.
And they've already traded him once before.
Yeah.
So New Orleans at least has, and I think they
probably some bad blood there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not so much. He's like the Clippers, so.
Right. So this is kind of a tough topic.
Food for thought.
Yeah. So if you guys have anything to add to this, if you have better ideas, if you have a trade idea, a free agent idea, something along those lines that you think may help the Pelicans. So basically, we're saying like, what the hell should the Pelicans do? Get some shooters.
Yeah, basically,
you need perimeter shooters. That's what the Pelicans should do. Yeah. That's what we're saying. That's the way it goes. So leave us some, shoot us an email at whatthehellshouldtheydo@gmail.com, or go ahead.
Or you can leave us some good comments down under in the comment section.
Right. So if you have any ideas for shameless plugs, shameless songs, topics that we can talk about, top 3s that we can do, anything like that, let us know. Yeah. Give us your feedback. We want it. We actually want your feedback. And you know what? We'll typically try to respond to you. We're going to try to get out there and do that.
Try to be available to.
We'll try to be available to you guys. If you just comment like, "Oh, good job," like there's really not much we can say to that. We don't want to be generic and just say, "Oh, thanks." Just know there's like a universal thank you for saying nice things to us.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to sign off. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.